3 years after the flood, and still some questions about homes in the flood zone. RE/MAX's Sam Corea is here, and we're going to look at one up for sale this morning in the flood zone. Nice to see you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Let's first just talk about some of the concerns that you're still hearing from potential buyers in some of these areas.
Well, definitely in the flood zone in 2013, that was a huge concern. People just were on the fence and not knowing where the market was going to go. Since then, obviously, we haven't seen that since, and the consumer confidence is now building in the area for sure.
And it's interesting, we're going to use an Elbow Park home as an example, but people might be surprised that those homes have not taken quite the hit that maybe we would have thought a couple of years ago.
Well, they certainly did in 2013, and even in 14, the market was really strong. But in 15 and currently, the prices are climbing slowly. In that area.
We're going to have a look at this home in Elbow Park that's just up for sale, and we like to do this once a month and have a look at some of these higher end homes. So what's the list price on this?
This one is being offered at $2.8 million.
Okay.
The original investment of this house was north of 3.1, and it's an Empire. The home was built by Empire Homes. It's over 3,500 square feet, 6-bedroom home. Great location, just off Sifton Boulevard.
Yeah, we're seeing that transition as well. We were talking about this on camera, or off camera rather, to sort of that more of that modern architecture, especially for the exteriors.
Correct, and this is the real trend in the inner city, is certainly having more of a modern feel. The builders today are kind of going away from some of the traditional homes, and buyers are wanting this modern look. Definitely an open plan still seems to be the main concept. The finishing here is a very high-end walnut, book match walnut finishing. So really high-end features is what buyers are looking for in the areas now for sure.
And obviously Elbow Park, Sam, a community very hard hit by the floods. We're seeing the community in a lot of different areas kind of, I don't know, rise from the ashes would be the term, but really sort of come back into its own.
The community definitely, I mean, with the Elbow Park School being rebuilt, prior to the school unfortunately being a total loss, that was one of the main reasons buyers moved into that area. Keep in mind the average household income into that area is about $750,000.
Right.
So it's huge high net worth individuals live in this area, and as a result, the Elbow Park School was a main drawing card. Quite excited that it's going to be rebuilt, and I'm unsure when it's actually opening, but it's under construction right now.
Okay. What's your take on, as we look forward, especially in these flood areas? I mean, we've got obviously the big Springbank Dam project, which I think there's still some controversy around, but it does look like the government's going ahead with it. What's your expectation of sort of value and confidence in some of these flood areas once we see projects like that break ground or even get complete?
Well, there's no doubt when the Springbank Dam is going to be completed, it's certainly going to help the river pathways, and it's ultimately giving a lot of confidence for buyers to move back into the community. In 2013, right after the floods, just pure land value had dropped to a low of about $750,000 for some lots, which is a very low number for 50 feet, considering that same lot pre-flood was selling for 1.2 to 1.5 million.
Right.
Now they've creeped up well over $1 million to $1.2 million in those areas for 50 feet. So it shows you that confidence is now getting there. So it's certainly helping, and it's a community to watch, as definitely the confidence for people to build new homes in the area is increasing.
Yeah, and nice to see some of those flood zone areas kind of get back on their feet with schools being rebuilt and whatnot. Great stuff as always.
Thank you.
That's RE/MAX's Sam Corea, and for more information, head to samcorea.ca.